Good morning.
Woo!
And welcome back to your favorite morning show on Roundtable Sports Network, powered by no one other than BetUS. We're excited. Playoff implications are here. Week 18 is on the horizon. The NBA season has now entered the 2025 calendar year. Woo! The New York Knicks are the hottest team in basketball. TD was not here last night for the AFC East Roundtable, so we're going to have to get his thoughts of other things that we missed out on last night. Hey, man, we're late for good reasons as usual. All right, shout out to everybody. Hope you had a good morning, and this is the first time we can say Happy New Year on this show. Welcome to the 2025 year, TD.
Thank you, Richie. Thank you to everybody tuning in right now, man. Let's have a great show. 2025 is here. Let's bring it in the right way. Man, we got a lot to talk about, Richie. I know you heard that JJ McCarthy news. We're going to get into that. We're going to talk about some of the things I missed last night and so much more. Y'all punch that like button right now. If you want to help us hit our super chat goal, 10 super chats, that'll be pretty dope as well. Thank you, everybody, for the love and support to Roundtable Sports, and thank you for waking up and balling. Let's get it.
Absolutely, man. Shout out to JT in the house. First one in the building. 3 siblings calling us out late. Oh, man. Salute. C Teach, let's go. IMAX, TD, Richie in chat. Good morning. Happy New Year. Much love to you, IMAX. Yo, do you see the Jeremiah? Did not see that. Got to look into that. Happy New Year. Thank you, Josh. Shout out to everybody in the chat. You guys let us know what team you're repping in the chat so we have an idea. Do we have anybody beyond the AFC East people? Because it's a good time, man. It's a good time as we are entering it. Now, we always start off with some type of NBA stuff because the majority is always NFL. The Knicks won again last night, TD, by the way. That's 9 in a row. We're half game back from the Celtics. Just to let you know. And last night, by the way, Jalen Brunson was out. Deuce McBride was out. And the Knicks still balled out. Now, it was against a bad opponent, but they still did it. Josh Hart, back-to-back double-double. Karl Anthony Towns and Mean, 30 and 20. Bridges, 27. I mean, we're just unstoppable, man. I don't know what else to say other than the Knicks are winning the NBA Finals. I've seen enough.
Yeah, you have seen enough, Richie, because you're a Knicks fan and you're delusional, okay? At the end of the day, y'all have played a whole bunch of nobodies, all right?
This is where the real fun begins, baby. Come on.
The Boston Celtics are the team to beat. Everybody knows it. I don't know why you live in your delusional world, but here's what I will tell you, man. I'm not trying to take shots at the New York Knicks, man. Y'all got a good team. And then when Brunson and I playing, y'all got a great team. I'll give you that too. Y'all got a great team, man. If you're going to ever have a chance, the time is now. I just don't get me wrong. Y'all at least going to give the Celtics a run for their money now. But beating the Celtics in 7 games?
We're built for it.
No, you're not. Mm-hmm. Well, we don't know if you are. You know, this is a new experiment. We have no idea if you are. Okay? But the Celtics are the team to beat. Until you take them down in the playoffs, all of this is irrelevant, man. This is all just talk, man. But good look for the Knicks. Playing good basketball right now is what it's about, especially trying to get that home court advantage, keep on winning. And we'll see in March. I always tell you in the NBA, let's see what you're doing in March. How you look in March? What does it equal up to in March?
Usually when the Knicks play their best ball, right? In the last few years under Tibbs, the Knicks usually play their best ball in the new calendar year, 2025, and we're going into the new year 1-0, all right? 9-0 in the last 9. And here's a stat. The last 23 games, TD, the Knicks are 19-4. All right, so we are scorching hot, man. We start off a little adversity, 5-6. People are hitting the panic button. Knicks are overrated. Knicks are trash. And then now we go 19-4 in the last 23 games. And I'm looking at the NBA MVP ladder. Watch out for Karl Anthony Towns creeping up into that conversation, man. I'm serious, man. He's on the list. I'm looking at it. And he's number 7 as early as last week's little odds on NBA.com. See who's the front runners and stuff. Karl Anthony Towns is putting up MVP numbers. It's a matter of time, man. 31 and 20 plus. He's shooting an efficient three-point land. Now, I don't think he'll ever go over the Joker, because he's just like a glitch, man. I mean, this guy's averaging a triple-double. Like, come on, man. Get out of here with that. But I don't think he's ever going to win the award. But it's cool that we have Karl Anthony Towns, first year with the Knicks, having a breakout year and becoming an absolute superstar. It's rare when you have someone that's been in the league for that long, 9 years, who is a multi-time All-Star, multi-time All-NBA player, goes to a new team and then breaks out and does, like, levels his game to a new level that no one really saw coming.
Well, how about
what makes
this?
the Knicks dangerous?
How about this, Richie? How about I go to a Knicks game with you?
Come on, man.
In Madison Square Garden. How far is Madison Square Garden from Times Square?
10-minute walk.
It's all in the same vicinity, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I might pack the wife up, man, and we might head down there and go to a game with you, Richie.
Well, if you stay over, you know, I can accommodate you here or not. I'm right on the train line, man. You hop right on the Long Island Railroad, TD. 40-minute train ride, go right into Penn Station. And Penn Station is the train station, and Madison Square Garden's right on top. Takes me 40 minutes to get to the Garden, man. The commute is easy. You got to come to New York. All right? Come to New York.
I'm looking at it, man. That's Saturday, February the 8th. That might be it. But isn't that the Super Bowl weekend?
Yeah. That's Knicks Celtics, right?
Yeah. Of course I'd wanted to be the Celtics, Richie.
I know. I already looked at them. My dad wants to go to back. We've been to 2 games. My dad's like, when are they versing the Celtics? That's the game I want to go to. He wants this. My dad's starving for the Celtics. He wants the Celtics.
Ooh, them games expensive, man.
Oh, yeah, dude. You're talking about the Knicks at Madison Square Garden against the Celtics?
Yeah, the lowest ticket is $263. The lowest.
Yeah, the world's most famous arena.
And then the very next game is $22 low in the Indiana.
Yeah.
But that's at the Pacers, though.
Oh, yeah, that's why. And even against the worst teams at the Garden, you're still spending a nice 170 minimum, 200 minimum.
I see. Man, I mean, y'all ain't that good, Richie. What's wrong with them?
No, man, it's not just the Knicks being good. It's you never been into Madison Square Garden. It's the world's most famous arena, man. That arena is different. I mean, it's historic. A lot of history goes into that place, and I would love to take you to a Knicks game, man. I don't know if they're playing the Celtics again.
It's on a Tuesday. It's on a Tuesday, April 8th.
That's at the end of the season.
Mm.
That's all at the end of the season. Yeah, then they play in Boston, but I don't really want to go into Boston. Come on now.
I've never been to Boston either, so.
Me neither. Well, you definitely got to make a trip. I mean, unless the Knicks face off the Celtics in the playoffs, but then you really got to start saving up because you don't even know. You can't even imagine what playoff tickets are like.
Man, oh man, we'll see. We'll work it out. We'll work it out.
Yeah, man, we will definitely work that out. So in other news, don't forget to hit the like button, folks, on your way into the show. We really do appreciate it. Wake Up and Ball is well underway. There's a lot of things, man. Last night, the AFC East Roundtables, Colby and I tried to tell Colby before the show, I'm like, hey, man, let's try to not talk too much about the Patriots or even the Jets because no one. I'm like, no one really cares. Let's kind of focus in on the Bills and the Dolphins because they're alive in the playoff race. We don't got to talk about the Jets or the Patriots.
Did Richie just say the Dolphins were alive in the playoff race?
Mathematically.
You get it now.
No. I mean, I can't lie. I'm not going to be, I'm a man with truth and facts. So, and then Colby just kept going, rambling about the Patriots and this and that. I'm like, Colby, listen, man, like, we get it. You're a Patriots guy. But don't make me go into, like, if I start talking about the Jets, like, the views are going to go down. We want to keep the people engaged. You put up the poll. Patriots and Jets fans are last in the poll. No one cares about us right now. So, the Miami Dolphins have a chance. It seems like they're going with Snoop. Is Tua actually hurt, or is this just a way to, like, shut him down? Like, and follow up, if Tyler Huntley goes out there and balls and makes the playoffs with the Dolphins and wins a playoff game, is he your franchise quarterback? Like, what do the Dolphins do next year with Tua if Huntley hypothetically wins against the Jets, they make the playoffs, and they win a playoff game for the first time in 25 years with Huntley?
They're going to do what they always do, be incompetent. They're going to.
Well, what's going on with Tua? Is he actually hurt? Like, I'm confused.
Listen, Richie. Listen. When a man say he hurt, and in the words he hurt, you don't like to, disagree with that or try to say what he is. But I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. Yeah, that hip might be hurt, but I think he can play. I do, because the hip was hurt the week before and he played on it. Now all of a sudden, he tweaked it a little more. I don't want to hear it. I don't believe you. Now, if I'm wrong, oh well, but I'm gonna stand up and say I'm starting to not believe it. Yeah, that hip hurt, but he can play, and you don't want him to play because it's the usual late December, and he usually folds. He
for
usually
grinding
bombs.
for so many. Yeah, man. I mean,
On your dinner, it's everybody
So,
in the chat that the
end of
AFC's
day,
rounds.
man,
Shout out to
I'm
BetUS,
not
at least
buying
respond.
Hey, I'm hearing a whole bunch of Kobe and Richie in the background. But yeah, see, here's the problem, Richie. A lot of narratives have been killed when it came to Tua. And one of the biggest ones, only Tua could run this offense. Then why did Tyler Huntley go out there and do what he did?
What did he do against who?
I get it. It was against a bad team, but that's all Tua does, Richie, against bad teams. So I'm sorry. He's getting more and more familiar with the offense. They have been practicing him this week. I'm not buying it. Huntley, go out there, perform well. Now, I am concerned, though, Richie. I do have a newfound concern. Aaron Rodgers coming out yesterday and acknowledging that this could very well be his last NFL game.
And I feel like that no one's talking about that. I said that last night. Like, this could be Aaron Rodgers' last game of his life, and no one's talking about it. That's a big deal.
And he wants to go out on he would want to finish his career on a bang. And let me tell you another thing too, Richie.
499 passing touchdowns. Didn't get one last week.
Well, somebody told me this, and I'm not going to lie. I'm not trying to accuse Aaron Rodgers of this, but I don't know. I'm a little skeptical about his behavior sometimes, right? Somebody proposed this, and I can't actually say that I totally disagree. And let me tell you what it is.
It's already false. Sounds like a conspiracy theory.
Yeah, it might be, but Richie, the reason why he threw that pass bad into that tight end feet, he does not want that tight end to be his 500th catch in the NFL. I believe it too. When somebody said that, I said, you know what? Because some quarterbacks remember who their first catch was, who their last catch, who was the last catch of your career. He ain't wanted to be some no-name tight end.
Kenny Yeboah?
I think he is waiting on Garrett Wilson or my bad. He's waiting on Garrett Wilson or Devontae Adams, preferably Devontae Adams, to be his last NFL catch.
Well, it's this 500th is what.
Well, 500, but that's important. Yeah, the milestone. Because how many quarterbacks have thrown for 500 touchdowns?
Let's see. All-time passing.
A handful?
We have Tom Brady's number one with 649. Drew Brees, second, 571. Peyton Manning, 3, 539. Brett Favre, 4, 508. And then Aaron Rodgers is 5, 499.
How many is Peyton Manning?
Peyton Manning is 539.
I think Rodgers won one more year.
Man, if Rodgers gets another year, he's going to pass his. He's going to pass. Who's 4?
He'll be
Brett Favre if he plays next year. Brett Favre is 508.
But he might even get up to Manning.
He has to go off next year, bro. He would have to get 40 touchdowns.
No,
to get past Peyton Manning, he's at 539.
If he get 2 or 3 this week, 3, just say he was to get 3.
He's gonna need 35 plus. He needs multiple years to pass Manning, unless he has an MVP year.
No, that's just 1 year, man. How many touchdowns he got this year?
26, I believe.
Yeah, Richie, that's just 1 season, but a better year.
Yeah, it's like 30. Oh, yeah. I mean, listen, if I know you probably didn't watch that Netflix documentary of Rodgers, but seeing Brett Favre ahead of him, I bet you Rodgers is like, I want to surpass Brett Favre.
I know it. I bet he thought he was going to do it this year. I think
Yeah.
Rodgers still going to do one more year.
It's tough, man. He's gonna go into
But
the darkness.
it's up to the Jets, and that's why he's like, because I don't think he wants to go to another team and be like, all
But
right,
there's a rumor,
again.
and I want to emphasize rumor circulating, and it is by a source that I do somewhat. It's like so iffy, and I have respect for the people that run this account. I just don't know if I trust them fully.
Which account?
It's U Stadium.
Okay.
And this is what they reported. And again, rumor. Want to emphasize the rumor, but here it is. This is the rumor right here. Source, according to U Stadium, barring an unforeseen change, the Jets are expected to move on from quarterback Aaron Rodgers and wide receiver Davante Adams. Source tells us the relationship between owner Woody Johnson and Rodgers is irreparable. So, like, I trust U Stadium. They don't put out some nonsense. They're right on a lot of things. They do have some sources. They are also Jets fans that run this account. So their sources that they have is inside the Jets building. But it's definitely interesting to see this. And I also saw a report along the lines of, like, don't be shocked of a lot of people on the Jets roster right now that's getting paid a lot of money to be gone, where there may be a complete roster overhaul.
Cleaning house.
Cleaning
like
house.
The Dolphins need to do.
Like, some of our best players trading or cutting, or like guys that Jets fans have fell in love with, thinking that they're part of the future, getting canned because it's a brand new GM coming in, brand new coach. All the guys on this roster were brought in from somebody else. So it's going to be interesting offseason for the Jets. Are you buying or selling on this rumor?
I'm going to sell because of contracts. Like you just gave Davante Adams. Didn't he get an extension?
No, it's a restructure. He's got $10 million guaranteed next year. So
yeah, but what's the dead cap next year?
The dead cap is I think they can get out of it if they wanted to. That was the whole idea of the trade. Let me see. Davante Adams. Here's his contract. Why is it not showing up? Dead cap is 11.2. There's a lot of deferred money, though. So then 2025, the dead cap is 8. So if you cut him here it is on the screen if you cut him. So savings, you lose $8 million if you cut him. So it's not you don't lose that much money.
Well, it look like he's gonna be a Dolphin next year.
It's gonna be tough, man. I don't know what to expect. I'm just really trying to make sure I'm not holding on to hope because I feel like this entire roster is gonna look different next year, man. And I don't know who the heck the coach is gonna be or the GM. So that's something to look in mind, man. That the Jets could be completely getting rid of Aaron, and if they get rid of Aaron, who's the quarterback? I mean, should the Jets? We talked about this. Should the Jets be knocking on the doors of Minnesota to trade for J.J. McCarthy?
A lot of teams should be knocking on the door to trade for
Jets
J.J. McCarthy.
I know a lot of teams, but does J.J. McCarthy fit the Jets' timeline right now?
Absolutely. Matter of fact, it's the perfect timeline. Already in the league.
Do you think J.J. McCarthy would be? Where do you think he'd be going in this year's draft class?
Richie.
People are saying he'd be the best.
He'd be number 2 in this draft.
People are saying he'd be number 1.
Yeah, that's those people. He'd be number 2 in this draft.
That's those people.
Yeah, he'd be number 2 in this draft. He'll be above Shador, but he'll be right below Cam Ward.
How come I'm seeing people have Sanders above Ward?
Because I think they're buying into the hype of manifestation. Dion and Ward, Dion and Shador, all they've been doing. Oh, we going number 1. We the first pick. That's manifestation. That's what they do, and they probably will be the first pick because of that. And plus, they already probably know where they're going, and they've already been having those conversations probably.
All right. So what would the Jets trade for JJ. Their first this year and more?
Yeah, more. It's going to be more.
Is JJ that good?
We don't know, but we do know he was a high prospect that didn't get to play.
So Brian Flores comes to the Jets, hires the same offensive staff.
Nah, just stick with Vrabel. Stick with your Vrabel.
Jets trade for JJ McCarthy. We bring that Minnesota culture over here. Brian Flores, the same Minnesota system. Trade for JJ. Familiarity. Boom. Jets are elite. There we go. I just fixed the Jets.
Richie, you're insane.
Because we know Sam's not coming here.
Who's the OC?
Josh McCown, who is the quarterback coach right now under Kevin O'Connell.
No, I mean,
pass game coordinator.
Who's their OC?
I don't know. It doesn't really matter. Vikings. Kevin O'Connell. Wes Phillips. Now, he's not going to leave. I mean, unless he takes over in primary offense. If Brian Flores hypothetically is the head coach and then he, offers Wes Phillips the play calling duties, he may come because right now he's not calling plays. It's Kevin O'Connell that's calling the plays, the head coach. So maybe Wes Phillips wants to come over here. Come on, Wes.
I guess, let me say this, though, Richie. The one underrated thing that nobody talks about with that Minnesota situation with Brian Flores getting another opportunity, he's probably going to purge 2 or 3 really good guys from Minnesota staff.
Yeah.
That's one thing that I will recognize is that he has a good opportunity to purge some of their better coaches that are looking for that next level, and he may be able to get the OC. And then promote the quarterback coach or whatever it may be, assistant OC or whatever it may be. But that could be a good look because Flores would be the excellent coach for about 6 teams, I believe. The problem is who's going to be your OC? And if Flores can sell that in an interview that already got this guy's commitment that if I'm, in the right situation, he's going to come with me, then that makes all the sense in the world. But I don't trust Flores being left high and dry, unable to find a good OC. Not because he's going to make the mistakes of the past, but because he doesn't have a proven track record of developing an offense. That's why he would need to bring. It's just like KOC. KOC needed a guy who had a track record on the defensive side of the ball. Nobody, and this is what I talk about with Aaron Glenn. Nobody talks about this with Flores. Do you know what Minnesota Vikings defense was 3 and 4 years ago? 29th and 31st. That's what you call worse than the league. Last year, he took them from 31st to 9th, I believe. This year, they're hovering between 2 and 3, and right now they're at 2. So
what does Aaron Glenn have to do with that?
Better. Well, what I'm saying is
Aaron Glenn was part of the culture change of that defense too.
No. But what I'm saying is taking a literal unit from one ranking all the way up to the next, regardless of injuries, regardless of personnel. Glenn did that where?
In Detroit.
Stop, man, Richie.
Detroit's defense was a putrid before he came. What are you talking about? The whole team was putrid. The entire organization. They had no defense. They had no offense. They had nothing.
So who had the bigger jump? Minnesota or Detroit?
Detroit, because this is the first year Minnesota's doing it.
They didn't have the bigger jump. That's the problem. How long has he been working with that defense now?
This is, I think, 3 years. His 3rd year.
Thank you. 3rd year? Flores immediately.
What do you mean? They won the division last year and went to the NFC Championship game. This is not the first year the Lions are good.
Yeah, the team success was good. I'm talking about just what you're responsible
for. And the Lions'
for.
defense was phenomenal last year under Glenn, too. And then the injuries started to happen this year. And then now he has to deal with the adversity of the injuries, which is not allowing their, whole defense to be top tier like it would be if they were fully healthy.
I don't understand why you say the Lions did it sooner when the Vikings are doing that now, though, Richie. Flores, it took him 1 year right away, immediately top 10. Yeah, but it took Flores immediate last year to have him in the top 10. This year, number 2.
Yeah, Glenn has been in the top 10 since he's been there, and he's been part of the shift of culture there. You have to realize the Vikings have had success for a long time under
not on
Kirk
the
Cousins,
defensive side of the ball, though.
but they've been successful, right? The Detroit Lions have literally come. They're like the Jets, bro. The Lions have been terrible forever.
Richie,
there has to be reasons for the culture shift.
Yeah, I get that. I get that. You keep talking about the team success. I'm talking about unit success.
Yeah. The defense and the offense for the Lions have been trash forever.
I'm not taking that away from the defense. They've improved, but I asked you which one has the quicker and better improvement, and you went and said Lions. Why? I'm not taking away from the Lions. I'm just saying which one has the bigger, faster improvement. That's the Vikings, hands down.
They've been good.
They've
been better than the Lions.
And another thing, don't forget, Kirk Cousins and them, they won 13 games with the 31st ranked defense. So that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. KOC needed that defensive coordinator. So Flores going to one of these teams, if he gets an OC, that's actually have them, and guess what? They only need to be in the top 15 on offense. They ain't got to be like the best offensive team because that defense in New York go hum. That defense go hum, Richie. Them weapons y'all got now, Flores don't even need all that. Flores don't even need all those weapons, and that defense will be better than Saleh ever had it. I truly believe it.
Well, Saleh, the Jets defense under Saleh at its peak was top
and guess
tier,
what?
bro.
And guess what?
Top tier. That's gonna be hard.
I bet you Flores can afford to lose 2 or 3 of them pieces and have it even better.
I don't know. We'll see, man. I mean, it's going to be interesting.
We're not going to see because the Jets ain't getting no Brian Flores, man.
Yeah, I know. I think Aaron Glenn is more likely just because of the connections with the Jets. And you also got to look at it from this perspective. Do you want to, and this has nothing to do with Brian Flores, but just in general, like if you're a team looking for a new head coach, do you prioritize scheme or leadership? As the head coach.
See, I'm going to throw you a curveball here. Both.
Well, of course. But, you know, like Adam Gase was all about scheme. That's it. Yeah. And the scheme also failed.
But I'll take leadership because leadership can get the most out of players that you wouldn't expect.
Exactly. Culture and leadership is what the Jets need. I'm not really prioritizing scheme for the Jets coaching search. I want someone that can change the culture, establish a mindset, hold people accountable, build a staff. I think that's another thing. That's why you need a CEO type of guy, which is why Mike Vrabel is the guy. I mean, that's leadership right there, man. I don't care about no Vrabel scheme. I want leadership all day long, man. So Mike Flores,
can I give you
I'm combining the two now.
Can I give you an admission?
Yeah.
I think Flores is a better coach than Vrabel. It's just Vrabel has the longevity.
Why?
I mean, first of all, they both coming from the same tree. They both coming from the same pedigree.
Yeah, but correct. Did Flores ever play? I don't think, right?
Yeah, he played.
He did. What did he do?
Yeah. Let me look up real quick. Yeah, he played for sure though. Give me a second. Your computer probably faster, Richie.
I don't think not in the NFL.
No, I'm saying he played ball in college, Boston College.
I don't want to hear that. He ain't played no NFL.
I mean,
that's what I meant by play.
Oh, is that a requirement or something? No.
No. I'm just wondering.
Yeah, he played at Boston College.
Oh. Mike Vrabel, he played in the NFL. Aaron Glenn, first-round pick, baller in the NFL for the Jets.
I think that I honestly, personally feel like that means absolutely nothing when it comes to coaching.
I don't know, man. I've seen, obviously it doesn't mean everything, but, you know, I feel like NFL players turning into coaches has that player perspective that I just like.
What I love the most about Brian Flores, if you learn his history. And this is what I mean by resume, Richie. Like, if you could see the growth of people, right? Brian Flores is one of those 25-8 guys. You know what that is? He was a 25-8 guy. he explained it when he first came into Miami. He said a 25-8 guy is a guy who's willing to sacrifice his life, money, everything. You get on staff with the team as a I mean, you could be taking laundry, you could be doing all the grunt work. You know, you work 25 hours a day, 8 days a week. And you do whatever it takes. And that's what he was for New England back in 08, 09. And they named it a special teams assistant. Special teams assistant. You know that ain't really a role. Other than, you know, you running out there grabbing the ball. You running because he wanted to be a coach so bad. Then he became the assistant offensive special teams coach 2 years later. After that, defensive assistant. Then he was the safeties coach for 3 years. Then he was the linebackers coach for 2 years. And then he became a head coach. But the reason why his resume didn't have like an official, like DC, Belichick always hid his talent in the coaching room. He didn't want to name DCs or OCs. He didn't want them to actually have the title, so most people didn't give him recognition to look at. You know, all them years, Belichick defense. For the first time was Flores when they gave credit. I remember when they won that Super Bowl, they were like, man, this is the Belichick-led defense. And I remember the commentator saying, well, you got to slow down, man. When we're in these meeting rooms, that's Brian Flores. He's not the official DC, but he runs the defense. But Belichick always gets this defense, Belichick's defense. It wasn't for several years, and people didn't even know that. People didn't even know that because Belichick refuses to name you a DC, even though he's paying you like one. And that way you don't get purged. And Belichick even denied his interview the year before. He denied a team interviewing him the year before. And he used, well, we're still in the playoffs, so no, as the excuse. So man, he started from the absolute bottom, Richie, and grinded the whole time.
Listen, I mean, Brian Flores, you can argue, is my number 2 option. And I'd be freaking super happy with Brian Flores. You don't got to convince me.
Rex Ryan, number 1, right?
No. I mean, I don't even know where he would be on my list. I don't know. I mean, listen, I think Brian Flores has a chance here to be one of the best in the league in terms of like the next coach. So we shall see. Well, we have some breaking news.
Uh-oh.
They just announced the Pro Bowl rosters.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
Here it is for the Pro Bowl games. I don't know if you can see it.
I see it now.
All right. They're slowly coming out on the NFL. Here, let's look at it together. Starting off with, let's go all the way down here. The running backs. All right, we have Saquon Barkley for the NFL. Stop spoiling it, TD. Stop reading it. We're going to react to it here.
Oh, okay.
You're upset already? All right, for the running back position, Saquon, Gibbs, Jacobs, NFC, Henry, Mixon, Taylor, AFC. Thoughts?
Beautiful.
I don't see no A-Chain or Brees.
I know. I don't think we have a single Dolphin.
Stop reading it. Kyle Juszczyk is the fullback. Congrats. Patrick Ricard is your fullback for the Ravens. Congrats. All right. Wide receivers. NFC, JJ, Lamb, McLaurin, Amon-Ra St. Brown. AFC, Jamar Chase, Nico Collins, Zay Flowers, Jerry Jeudy. Really? Jerry Jeudy?
Jerry Jeudy had a solid year, bro.
I mean, did he though?
Did he not, Richie?
He did.
Man had almost 1,200 yards and still got room for a little more.
Yeah, but I mean, I'd argue Garrett Wilson's season's the same, if not better.
It's not better. He got almost 1,200 yards with less catches, Richie.
More touchdowns, more catches, a little bit less yards.
on a much worse team without a
The
quarterback.
Jets suck. What do you mean the must-watch
Much worse.
The Browns have
quarterback
one less
situation.
win than us.
Much worse quarterback situation, Richie.
Nah, I mean Jerry Jeudy's a baller. I like Jerry Jeudy a lot. And by the way, reminder: the Jets wanted a trade for Jerry Jeudy, and they're like, nah, his Madden rating.
Dang, Tua got snubbed.
His Madden rating, man. So there goes. The Jets miss out on Jerry Jeudy. But yeah, so that's your AFC wide receivers, tight ends: George Kittle, Trey McBride, and then you got Brock Bowers and Travis Kelce. Look at these are the two young bucks. You can argue Brock Bowers is the future of the AFC and Trey McBride the future of the NFC. George Kittle, the old guy. Kelce, the old guy.
Bowers is that guy, though.
Yeah, he is.
He is that guy.
So is McBride. Pro Bowl tackles. We got Deion Dawkins, Rashawn Slater, Laramie Tunsil in the AFC. What team drafted Laramie Tunsil? I forgot.
Huh?
What team drafted Laramie Tunsil? He's a baller. He's a good player.
The Jets. Why you a hater, Richie? Yeah, the Dolphins drafted him, and then they traded.
Why when you traded him, I was like, thank gosh, bro. You guys are going to be in tackle purgatory now. You got Armstead out there that can't even stay healthy. Lane Johnson, Sewell, and Tristan Wirfs. Olu Fashanu will be a Pro Bowler next year, just so you know. Centers, we got Cam Jurgens, Frank Ragnow, Creed Humphrey, Tyler Linderbaum for the Ravens. Hey. Guards. I mean, how many Eagles are on the offensive line? It's crazy. We got Landon Dickerson, Chris Lindstrom, Tyler Smith, AFC Quinn Nelson, and then two Chiefs, Trey Smith and Joe Thuney. I can't believe I got Trey Smith in that draft, bro. Interior linemen on the defensive side, Jalen Carter, Dexter Lawrence, Vita Vea, Cameron Hayward, Chris Jones. How do you say this guy's name?
Matabuke.
Dog. Defensive ends, Nick Bosa, Micah Parsons, Rashawn Gary, Myles Garrett, Trey Hendrickson, Max Crosby. See, Trey Hendrickson. Told you about him. Dog. Inside linebackers, Fred Warner, Zach Bond, Roquan Smith, Zaire Franklin. Are you upset or happy with these lists so far?
I'm neutral to it. Ain't none of my team on there, and I like the list so far. Did Andrew Van Ginkel even make
Two
it?
Vikings. You're saying there's no names. Jonathan Greenard.
No, that's the point. They were no name. Did you know any of them?
Yeah.
Who did you know?
Van Ginkel.
Yeah, but not like Van Ginkel's playing now.
I knew him because he was a Dolphin.
Yeah, but he's playing much better now. And then
Jared Verse, rookie.
Oh my God. Oh, Verse made it.
Yeah, first round rookie.
Who's the other Viking?
Jonathan Grenard.
Wow, and no Cashman, huh? Yeah. See, do you know who Jonathan Grenard is?
Do you know who Cashman is?
Yeah.
You know who drafted him?
No.
Jets.
Really?
He's someone I actually know.
Everybody say he's a no-name, but
he's not a no-name to us.
He's balling now.
No, he was balling in Houston. So the Jets drafted him, and his problem was injuries. He can never stay healthy with the Jets. He went to Houston, was balling in Houston, and then he went to Minnesota. He's balling in Minnesota. So for me, he's not a no-name. I know all about Blake Cashman.
But most people don't.
Yeah. Corners.
No.
NFC. Jalen Johnson, Byron Murphy, J.C. Horn, Devin Witherspoon. AFC, Derek Stingley, Pat Surtain, Marlon Humphrey, Denzel Ward. Damn, bro. No Sauce or Ramsey.
Stop it, Richie.
It's true. It's sad, man. This is I'm sure Sauce is, knowing Sauce Gardner, he's pretty pissed at himself. He doesn't deserve to be in it based off this season. But this should be, he should be right in here.
So Byron Murphy made it.
Yeah, man. That's 3 Vikings on defense. Safeties, Buda Baker, Brian Branch, and then you got Kyle Hamilton and Derwin James at the safety position. Free safeties, Xavier McKinney and Minka Fitzpatrick. Who drafted Minka Fitzpatrick again?
The Miami Dolphins.
Oh, yeah. Where's Christian Gonzalez at? I thought he was the best corner in the league. Gotta ask Colby his thoughts. There's a Patriot. Who would have... If there was a Pro Bowler for the Patriots, what position is it going to be, TD? Come on now.
Long
Is that Bill Belichick's like... Who is this guy? Is that...
Who is it?
Brendan
The punter?
Schooler. That's a gunner, I think. Special
Wow.
teamer, man. Shout out to him. What is he? I mean, this is like the most patriot I've ever seen in my life. It's like Bill Belichick was building this guy in a lab, and then he left, and then he's just their future. Punter, Jack Fox for the Lions, Kook for the Jaguars, and kick returners, Turpin for the Cowboys, Dog, Marvin Mims for the Denver Broncos, long snappers. Look, another Viking. This guy looks like he is 50 years old. No offense. I mean, Andrew Depola. Damn. And that's and here are the quarterbacks. Sam freaking Darnold, man. Damn. And wow, look at that. Mahomes not in it. Jaden Daniels, Sam Darnold, Jared Goff is your NFC.
The
rookie
three of the most talented quarterbacks in the NFL. I mean,
I disagree. Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, Lamar Jackson is your AFC. Sam Darnold's more talented than all three of those. I think Sam is the most talented out of all these.
This is wild to me. This
Jaden
ain't wild
Daniels.
to me, but
Is Jaden Daniels that good? Is he the third best quarterback in the NFC?
this year you could argue. I mean, who else
Yeah,
you gonna put up there? Baker, maybe though.
Yeah, that's a snub. I would say.
I got to
Baker
look at the interceptions.
I think Baker is a snub of the NFC, if I had to say.
Yeah, but this is where the fan voting gets that little edge, though.
Yeah. And by the way, there's a reason why Mahomes is not on this. People are sick and tired of voting him in and never participating because he goes to Super Bowls. You know what I mean? It's like you got to vote Mahomes in just for there to be a replacement because when you're in the Super Bowl, you don't play in the Pro Bowl. So that's why they didn't vote Mahomes in.
Got it.
That's why they're like, yeah, we'll give it to Josh because he's not making the Super Bowl. You know what I mean?
Just like the MVP.
Uh-oh. Don't say that. They're going to start clowning us. Sam Darnold, man. Look at his face. I miss you, Sam. Come home. Damn it.
That's bad. So who got the most Pro Bowlers? Is it Baltimore or Minnesota?
The Vikings have a lot.
Well, technically, I only counted 4, right? Let me see.
All right, and I want to let you guys know about some Pro Bowl selections for this year.
Come on.
Right. First and foremost, it's been since 2009 that the Vikings have had this many Pro Bowlers. We have 6 this year, right? Including 5 starters, including 4 guys for the first time in their careers, okay? So first and foremost, this is not one of those players. This happens to be a guy that has been voted to the Pro Bowl for the 3rd consecutive year. First time ever for a long snapper, Andrew DePaula. It's 3 first-timers on defense. All starters, by the way. All right? First and foremost, at 1 outside linebacker position, Jonathan Grenard. All right. Secondly, at the other starting outside linebacker position, Andrew Van Ginkel. And I know this one means a lot. Guys put in a lot of hard work. Starting at the cornerback position, Mr. Byron Murphy.
I want to coach like him.
All right, back on the offensive side of the ball, his 4th Pro Bowl really should be number 5, even though he only played nine games or so last year. 4th-time starter, Mr. Justin Jefferson.
Best for last.
And then we got one more first-timer. Okay, one more first-timer on the offensive side of the ball. As you guys welcomed him back to the locker room the other day, not expecting that kind of response right now. But please give it up for Mr. Stanley.
All the accolades, all the awards, man. That's everyone in this huddle. Every single one of y'all. Here we go. Hey, Vikes on 3. 1, 2, 3.
That's my quarterback.
Richie finna cry. Richie about to cry.
See how humble he is, man. You see how humble he's giving it to his teammates, man. It's all for he ain't taking it for himself. It's all his teammates, man. That's my quarterback.
Oh,
Man, I told you. All the people said Sam suck. Man, you don't have any idea how many debates I got into with my own freaking Jets fan base about this. Yeah, trade Sam. He's trash. No, don't trade Sam. Don't trade him. Build around him. No, we trade him. I'll never forgive you. Now, if we kept Sam, would we be doing this? Probably not. But still, point still stands.
With the right coaching structure around him, maybe. But
it would have been solid.
So you wouldn't have, though. So you wouldn't have then.
But that's the alternate reality, bro. The question is, the Jets hired Saleh, and then that offseason was the decision. We had the 2nd overall pick. Do we trade that pick and build around Sam, or do we trade Sam? And I was team trade down and build around Sam. And I was like, dude, Sam sucks, bro. Zach Wilson. Wilson. I was anti-Zach Wilson the entire pre-draft process. That's what people forget. And then when he got drafted, I'm a Jets fan. I got to root for Zach. I got to, find what's good about him. And it was hard to convince myself about Zach Wilson, bro, because I was so Team Sam.
You got my mind spinning this morning because now I didn't think of it, but you got me on board with it now. As far as being just an objective football analyst, y'all need to try your best to bring in Flores and the Vikings OC, because I think that they have what it takes to replicate what Minnesota's been able to do. I think that they could replicate it.
But look at that coach, man. You think Brian Flores can hold a room like that?
Why do you think KOC wanted him so bad? Because first of all, you know that they're boys. They had a relationship. They had a big time relationship before all of this.
You know who KOC was before he was a coach? Quarterback for the Jets.
Oh, well, that's why I say playing doesn't matter.
What do you mean? Playing matters.
I didn't even know that.
Come on, you didn't know that?
Why would I? Why would I? Who's the Jets' third string quarterback now?
Jordan Travis.
Oh, well, I mean, he's gonna be forgotten soon.
Nah, he's our future. What are you talking about? See? Kevin O'Connell.
Oh my gosh.
I'm not lying.
Yeah, you got to wash this part of his career away.
He was backing up Mark Sanchez.
Listen, man, the Jets, man, you might have a plan. Vikings OC, Brian Flores head coach, trade for JJ McCarthy.
I want Sam. They could keep JJ.
Yeah, but you don't want to. Yeah, you don't want to pick up the new salary though.
I don't care about no salary. Bring in Josh McCown and Sam Darnold, just like when Sam was drafted here. Josh McCown those are the two guys, Josh McCown and Sam Darnold, and now they're together in Minnesota. Oh man, the Vikings are gonna win the Super Bowl, bro.
Who been telling y'all since week 6?
Who's been telling y'all since the offseason?
You ain't been telling us. You just been making jokes.
What do you mean? I was telling you. Now it's jokes. Now it's real.
Stop it, Richie.
Bro, I was serious. Oh my God, I got to go back to the huddle and show you guys the footage. When JJ McCarthy got hurt, it was the biggest deal. I'm like, now this is Sam's team. Watch what happens.
No, you said, hey, he has
the whole narrative was, who should the Vikings start week 1? That was the debate before JJ got hurt. I was always saying Sam is the guy. You don't start JJ. Who's JJ McCarthy compared to Sam Darnold? Come on now. I was always saying those, and everyone kept laughing at me, thinking you made it into a joke in your brain. I was never joking.
All right, man. All right.
I was never joking, man. Come on.
Wow. That's interesting. But yeah, man. But congratulations to all those who made the Pro Bowl. Looks like I got to go live and talk about the fact the Dolphins have 0 Pro Bowls.
Jets have 0 as well.
And man, oh man, and that's a shame for the Dolphins and the Jets to have certain.
Wait, we have alternates.
Oh boy, the alternate. What you mean alternates?
First team alternates, baby. Come on, Jets, let's go. Garrett will. Okay, so here's our alternates: Quinnen Williams, is an alternate. Here we go. Sleep on it. Irvin Charles, our gunner. He's not going to make it, though. He's hurt for the year. Third team alternate. There we go. Garrett Wilson. Woo! G-Dub.
Team, 2 guys got to decline.
Hey, come on now. Will McDonald. That's cool. Second season. People are writing him off as a bust. Double-digit sacks. Shout out to big Will McDonald. Fifth team. Xavier Gibson and Sauce Gardner.
5th. That's bad.
What does 15 mean? Like, what are these?
That means there's 4 other alternates before them. That's what I'm assuming, because you don't have any 4th. That way, if like all the starters will probably say no because they're in the playoffs, right? And then the other alternates, there's a list for it. So,
Damn. There's our alternates.
hey, do we have alternates?
We suck, Jets fans. I remember posting a tweet before the season. Predict the Jets Pro Bowlers this year. There's only 4 teams with no Pro Bowlers. There's only 4 teams, TD. And we're one of the 2. How about it?
What do you mean?
There's only 4 teams in the league with no Pro Bowlers, starters. The Jets, the Dolphins, and the Saints and the Titans, bro. The loaded Titans didn't have 1 Pro Bowler, by the way.
And it's a shame. We had 6 last year, and to have none now is terrible. So how did you find alternates? Where do I find that at?
The Jets posted it on their socials.
Well, I guess I'll have to wait for Miami's. Pro Bowl alternate.
I'm not going no Pro Bowl. You're going to go cover the Pro Bowl?
I might.
No Dolphins?
Well, it's for Roundtable Sports, so just for the
TD going to go there and covering the Pro Bowl games with no Pro Bowlers to be excited about for his Dolphins.
All right, man. I guess I'll have to wait to see. Wait, I think they have the alternate list. 7. All right, let me see real quick. All right, alternates.
You really trying to figure out who's your alternate for for Miami? All right, keep looking. I'll be patient.
Pro Bowl 2025 alternates. These Pro Bowl rosters will fill out much more in the coming weeks. Yeah. Oh, it doesn't say who the alternates are.
Damn, bro. The Jets really stink.
It is what it is, man. We ain't got no starters anyway. Yeah. Oh, man, it's embarrassing.
Damn, bro.
It's all right though. Dolphins still can make the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl, so we still got hope this year.
Are the Dolphins making the playoffs though?
Huh?
The Dolphins aren't making the playoffs because you're losing to the Jets.
Yeah.
All right. I want to get your thoughts of this. Super Bowl matchups. All right. On BetUS Sportsbook, the #1 online sportsbook on the face of the planet, baby. You guys can predict who's facing off in the Super Bowl this year. Your pick is the Vikings and who? You always flip. Chiefs,
Vikings and
Ravens?
Vikings Chiefs or Vikings Ravens?
Vikings Chiefs. So Chiefs Vikings is plus 1100.
Do you have a
Ravens
Vikings
Vikings plus 1800. So if you guys want to go check out BetUS, the #1 online sports book, go check them out. Using the code YouTube150 gets you 150% bonus on your first deposit, 125% on your next two. That's up to $2,000. 10% gamblers insurance. You guys know the drill by now. Big shout out to BetUS for being the proud sponsor of the channel. The Bills, Eagles, plus 1,300. Bills, Vikings, plus 1,500. Damn. Miami Dolphins, here they are.
Ooh.
Dolphins, Lions, plus 30,000.
Man, let me get my bet in. About to be rich.
Dolphins, Vikings, plus 45,000. You gonna go do it?
What's the worst one? Dolphins,
Commanders
Washington,
or Bucks, plus 150,000. So you bet $100, you could win $150,000.
That's crazy, ain't it? But hey, you never know, Richie.
You bet $100 on a Dolphins Commanders Super Bowl matchup. That's the return. Even crazier, Texans Falcons is plus 300,000. Wow. Everybody in the chat, let us know who's your Super Bowl predictions this year. Super Bowl predictions. And then you can also predict the exact result, who's going to win. MVP odds, Josh Allen is still the front runner at minus 350. Lamar is at plus 225. We're not going to see a lot of the starters play this weekend. You think the MVP is locked up? You think Josh Allen's going to win it?
Yeah, they don't care about this week. I mean,
so Josh Allen's going to win it?
Yeah, what you'll see is by the end of the week, I think Josh Allen will be minus 200 when the games are done, and Lamar will be like a plus 120 or something like that. But it'll still be going to Josh. They don't care. They've already made their mind up, in my opinion. Now, of course, Lamar can go out and make a statement, win the division, have 5 touchdowns, and people like, man, he finished strong. I don't know, but they already made their mind up.
All right. We'll see. The NFL honors. Can't wait to see who wins it. So that's going to wrap up this show here on the Roundtable Sports Network, guys. Don't forget to subscribe and like the show if you enjoyed. We're very, very close to 19,000 subs, so if you guys can subscribe if you're new, we'd really appreciate that. This show is being powered and brought to you by BetUS. As always, big shout out to them. Any final words for the people, TD?
Yeah, man, thank y'all for tuning in this morning. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. I will see y'all tomorrow morning. Let's get it. All right, wake up and ball. And listen, make sure you let your friends and family members know about the channel as well. We're almost at 19,000 subs. Help us get over the hump. We appreciate you all tuning in.
Absolutely, echoing everything TD said. We appreciate you all. See you next time. Wake up a ball. We are out.